Okay, Dana.
Yeah.
Today is the test of Plus Performance's work. We're going to see whether we can bring this car safely from USJ to Sungai Besi. And well, we're off to a good start. The car starts.
Except aircon is start.
Windows down low.
Okay.
Thanks, Dana. See you.
Bye.
So hari ni our job BMW E24 628. This car 2 years never start because of MCO. So earlier on, this car went to Tana's workshop to have just to get the car started. So 2 years never start. Some of the wiring is gone. The starter relay, okay, was the starter relay wiring had problems. So that's why Tana had to fix that. Now the car can start, but battery is still weak. So one thing we have to take note is that mungkin when we move the car, need to use the jumper pad all the time to jumpstart the car. Okay, that's one. Because it's a temporary battery, it's not a new battery. Okay. Second thing is that I noticed that the battery connection itself is loose, so I have to be very careful. But once the car starts, it runs. It runs. Just that we don't want to move it too often because there are still other things to fix. Now, why the car is back here is because Tana's team, when they were servicing the car, one of the technicians developed like skin allergy. So when you're working on this car, be sure pakai gloves, pakai mask if possible. Okay? What happened is that when they looked closely, they saw there was either rat dropping or squirrel dropping. Basically, some small animal went in here and shit all over the engine bay, the key and 2 years never washed, right? 2 years never moved. So we need to help clear all that. They have done a bit of the cleaning, but we need to clean some of the areas that they cannot reach. Now, we all are very familiar with washing engines, really. A6 hybrid engine we watched before. You know, a lot of modern engines we watched before. But this one is something a bit different. This is older school, simpler. But bear in mind also, a lot of the wiring, because of age, right, may have degraded. So we have to be very careful in some areas. So like for example, here this one fuse box. Make sure cover this area with fuse box. We may actually want to consider disconnecting the battery when we wash it, so there's no risk of short circuit. Okay, see a lot of the wires here, you see the condition actually is not so good already one, like even here also. So when you wash, we must be very, very careful. Another area to watch out for is this one. This is what we call the distributor. This is the component that sends the electrical current from the car's electrical system to the spark plug, so the spark plug can fire. Okay. So the area you may want to cover. Now, quite unfortunately, because this model, the bonnet open like this, so the angle that we have to work on this car is we have to work like that, right? There's no way you can work on the front, but just bear with it up. Okay, make sure once again check all the. Be very careful with when you see any wires. Okay, don't use pressure washing. This one we have to be using pressure washing. Then once you've done all the top, put the car on the hoist, lift it up, check the underside, see whether underside or anything needs to be washed and do a fine. Okay? Any questions?
Okay, so far I just checked just now. I just checking this part and this also.
Yeah, the oil leak kat sini ya.
Yeah, this part.
Okay.
But
this
so
one normal
far I checked no tight tickles red shape.
Yeah, that's the important thing because Tana's side, they are going to do the repairs. All the yang oil leak tu Tana's side will fix. Tapi apa yang kita nak is kita nak check kalau if there is any of the red droppings that we were supposed to clean up earlier. We want to clean up earlier. Oh, look at this way. This is the oil level sensor way. Tengok ni. 1980s car got oil level sensor. This is oil level sensor. Go up there. Then at the dashboard there's a light there that indicates the oil level.
Wow,
very amazing.
Old school.
So memang definitely got leaks. I can see a lot of leaking.
Yeah.
Right. Tak boleh lari lah. This one is we expected.
This part also quite bad, the leaking here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. So far with mata kasar with tak ada the tight tickles of.
Well, that's the most important thing that we are here to investigate, right? Because the Tana's crew member, one of them developed a lot of nasty skin allergy, so we want to make sure that it does not repeat to him.
So I think we got to wash underside and the engine. to wash this part,
Wash lah.
and then we try to check back ada kat like celah-celah this part ada tak any like things yang like minyak or tikus or anything else lah.
Can lah. Well, it's the end of the day already. Tomorrow sempat to wash lah.
Tomorrow it is sempat for wash.
Okay lah. Tomorrow we wash this.
Good news! So the E24 628 CSI made it all the way from Plus Performance USJ to EvoClub Car Wash here in Sungai Besi on its own power. Now, thus far, Tana's team, they have changed the battery, they have fixed the wiring to the starter. So some of the wiring is a bit, well, worn off, so they had to repair that. And they have also basically, well, freshened up some of the engine oil, not fully drained engine oil per se, but they've topped up engine oil, they've also checked the fuel lines, and well, the car starts, runs on its own power. At this stage, Tana's team still has much to do in terms of refreshing all the fluids, the rubber parts, the radiator, the bushes, many more. But why the car has had to make a quick stop here, it's because when working on the engine bay, one of Tana's team members actually developed well, a nasty skin reaction, which was then attributed to rat shit inside the engine bay, and therefore the car is here in EvoClub Car Wash, where we are going to clean all that up and send the car back to Tana's team with a cleaner engine bay for them to work on more safely. But while we are here, let me take this opportunity to show you the car a bit. Now the E24 is one of BMW's most loved designs. Even today, it is one of the most highly sought after, most collectible amongst BMW models. You know what's the funny thing? Now in 1982, BMW updated the E24, and it was not just a simple update, where they, you know, changed the bumpers here and there a bit. They actually changed the platform underneath, because when the E24 was first launched, it had sat on the platform of the E12 5 Series. Then in 1982, they switched it to use the platform of the E28, but they kept the design largely the same. And to differentiate between the E12 and E28 basic series, let's put it this way, you either need to put the two cars side by side, or you need to know your BMWs even better than I do. So this is the 628 CSI. So it is powered by the M30 B28 2.8 liter inline 6 engine. It is a relatively simple engine by today's standards. Single overhead camshaft, 2 valves per cylinder, but it is renowned to be a pretty robust engine. Members of this engine family range from 2.5 to 3.5 liters in displacement. Here in the 6 Series E24, the 628 is the smallest engine ever offered. Besides being an old school single cam 2 valve per cylinder engine, it also has the old fashioned distributor for its ignition system, but it is actually the electronics of this car is surprisingly sophisticated. And here's something interesting. So as I bring the bonnet down, check this out. This is a light, of course in this car is no longer working, but the BMW actually thoughtfully included a light there to shine in case, well, you need to work on the engine in the dark. Now we come inside. This really is a BMW cabin of a different era. This car, you can see, is pretty well kept by its owner. The seats have obviously been reupholstered. They are not original, but overall a tastefully done job. And here you can see the doors are frameless. Here there's a lid here for you to drop things on the side, a very generously sized door pocket. And this is something I really want to show you. So old school switch, right? Turn the key. Check this out. This is a diagnostic computer. So you can see here, it actually is able to inform me that there's one brake light fault. This one shows you if any of the tail lights are not working, the number plate lights, high beam, engine oil level is low, coolant level is coolant warning, and also washer fluid. So you can press this. This is a test button to check that, okay, if everything is working fine. Now this instrument cluster sets the standard and the template for many generations of BMW cars. And check out the headlight switch. Pull to switch on the lights. Okay, you've pulled, of course you pull this toggle to flash the high beams. And yeah, so you see here, even here, there is brake pad wear warning light, and the transmission, you can see here, there's also gear position indicator, but in this case some of the lights are not as bright as others. The D position light is obviously burned. So you will have fog lamps and rear fog lamps as well, complete with the indicator light there. Either the current owner or one of the previous owners have put in a single DIN CD player here. Okay, so it's a bit more modern. And well, you can see a very rudimentary aircon system, but there are two level of blowers. This blower here angled towards the driver, and this one here that will blow to the back, passenger blower. This one here, driver's side blower as well. Here in the center console, everything is quite simple. This is a very old school selector lever, so the lock button is actually pressed from the bottom. All right, and well, this era BMW has not figured out how to lock the gear lever from moving when the engine is not started. Power window switches are here at the center console. Let me just try something. Now I know the front two windows work. Okay, but these two rear windows button, well, they don't do anything because I don't remember the rear windows being able to open. Now this car also has a sunroof, but has been sealed, so it is not working. The rear seats have also been reupholstered. Now I'm not going to go there to the back, simply because well, I have not tested the seat mechanism of this car. But overall, I would say this car, in terms of its condition, it has some signs of wear here and tear, but it's also evident that it has been well cared for by its owner over the years. So, you know, everything, it still feels solid. I drove this car all the way from USJ to here. The engine still purrs smoothly, but there's a bit of shaking here and there, which suggests either some of the bushes or the wheels, the tires, probably flat spot as well. So yeah, plenty of work still to be done on this car, but it's off to a good footing. This car actually is starting on a pretty healthy base. So Tana and I, we can't wait to get this car back to its glory again. Whoa, look at that. Okay, so we have cleaned up the engine bay of the E24 from the top and also hoisted it up and cleaned it from the bottom. So we have cleared it of all rat droppings as well as some oil stains that would give Tana and team a cleaner working environment. But this car isn't really going back to Tana's shop just yet. You see, because it so happens that the air conditioning system of this car is no longer working, and bearing in mind that now that this car runs, even though there's still work to be done, it will be shuttled about quite a bit. The owners decided to bring forward repairs of the air conditioning system, and the next stop of this car now therefore has become our trusted aircon specialist Jewel Auto in Kuchai Lama. Will be sending this car there, and while this car is at Jewel Auto undergoing aircon refurbishment, the dashboard is going to be removed and sent to our interior partner Preferred Wheels to have it restored. And then after that, once both the aircon is done, dashboard is reinstalled, that's when we'll be sending the car back to Plus Performance. And also along the way, well, because of age, the side mirror fell off. And that's it for our update today regarding our progress with this latest BMW E24 project that EvoClub Car Wash is co-undertaking with the Plus Performance team. Now, to follow our future progress with this car, I highly recommend that you subscribe to my channel and also head over to Tana's channel as well, where he may have also some updates from his perspective. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, do give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave your thoughts below in the comment section. And I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you that for the month of August, EvoClub Car Wash is having a special offer in conjunction with Merdeka Season, 2 years of free car washing with any one of our Sonex ceramic coating packages, thereby ensuring that your car now has a more durable shine. So contact the EvoClub Car Wash team today to take advantage of this offer. And finally, if you are seeking car buying advice, tune in every Monday night on Facebook or YouTube, where Bobby, Tana, Thomas, and myself will be there to take your questions live. So until our next video, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.